So would you like to read us a little passage from the book?
Sure, I'll read from the beginning. On the sixth night, Vidata, goddess of destiny, takes up what she finds below the sleeping infant, all in palm leaf under a string hammock, or ballpoint pen and blue-lined paper under a crib from the baby superstore. She eats the offering, sweets and coins. She writes, reviewing the accumulated karma of past lives, enumerating the star-given obstacles of this one. She writes, and what destiny writes, neither human nor God may put asunder. The Lake of Nails is where your history begins, Bimal Barot tells us. Dust filters through the half-light of afternoon. I'm slightly nauseated, 2 days of traveler's sickness and a journey through winding alleyways, not to mention several countries by now, having taken their toll. After interviewing relatives at a half-dozen stops on my 40,000-mile-plus air ticket, piecing together the story of our family's migrations, I have come to India, to find whatever fragments remain here, to trace the shape of our past and learn how it shadows or illuminates our present. To keep the records up to date, he explains, the genealogist and his cousin brother, like their male ancestors before them, make their livelihood by traveling from town to town, recording new births, deaths, marriages, and sometimes emigrations, all for a fee. What they know of our family alone fills 10 great books. He takes one out, a huge loose-bound sheaf, twice as wide as an open newspaper, stained red at the edges. Upon closer examination, the red stain turns out to be rows of reddened fingerprints left by the powdery paste known as kanku, which the genealogists use to consecrate the pages during prayers. The oldest books are kept on bark. And I wanted to start with that. I wanted to start the book with those two moments because I feel like there's this kind of vast range of types of knowledge that I drew on to make this book happen, and it's all the way from sort of legend and myth and the idea that there are these gods and goddesses whose forces play out in our lives to written records and documents and hard facts and dates that are written down, and everything in between, including oral histories and just family stories and tales like that. So.
But I also like the fact that, you mentioned that having traveled so many places, 40,000 miles, you come to where it all started.
Yes.
I mean, that was the root of that's where the clan started, right? So. Yes,
and there's a sense that that is a common, almost atavistic instinct of diaspora, is to return to India, And then at the same time, there's a way that we can't really return. Mm-hmm. It's not the same for us.